But by introducing the warehouse to each and every part of India, to the critical parts of India, right? So the warehouses will now go to each and every part of India now, right? So suppose you are sitting in Mumbai, right? So the orders will directly come from your Bhiwandi warehouse, now, right? Instead of coming from Delhi, they will come directly from your Bhiwandi warehouse. So just take 1 day or 2 day. That's it. It's as simple as that.
Okay. All right. Like you said, you also launched your Picker Plus, which is an intelligent warehousing fulfillment solution recently.
Yes.
It will help sellers manage their inventory without investing in a physical warehousing space,
Mhm.
or expensive WMS solutions. So talk to me about the new offering. How does it strengthen your foothold in the warehousing segment, and what is the kind of response you've seen from your customers?
So with that offerings, our customers have, in fact, our sales, if I have to say, in the last 2 to 3 months have increased by 3x with this new offerings, because customers want more faster and faster delivery, especially after the second wave of COVID effect, right? So they want this 1 to 2 day delivery. So they are more and more shifting towards this picker plus model. So they want this warehousing plus shipping model where they can deliver to their end customer
Hmm.
in 1 to 2 day delivery, right? So instead of storing their product in one location, let's say, for example, in Delhi or in Mumbai, in Bangalore, they are storing their product in multiple different locations, which we do suggest by our algorithm in our dashboard. And then from there, we shift it to the end customer.
Okay.
So obviously, the timings are reduced to 1 to 2 days.
All right. Like you said, you've also seen a 3x jump in daily orders this year. Tell me what has led to this growth and what are your growth targets for the next fiscal?
So the rate of the target, right? There are two folds to it. One is, as you have seen, right? That when we started this company, a lot of the market sellers has been totally been focused on marketplaces, right? We started in 2015 and 16, but generally the trend has been focused towards D2C players, right? Due to because millennials have started connected with the D2C segments of the market, right? But once the D2C players have come into the picture, the main problem has been the logistics, because there is no one single logistics pair who can cater to all of their needs, right? Because if somebody caters to logistics, somebody doesn't cater
Yes.
to the fulfillment solution, right? If somebody caters to the fulfillment solution, somebody doesn't cater to the post-purchase experience, right? Now, if you come to Picker, right, we cater to everything,
Yes.
right? You just log into us. If you have a shop, in every shop, for example, if you sell on Amazon, for example, if you sell on Magento, for example, if you are a small seller, right? I still remember there is a Boon fragrance seller who was, I think, 7 days old. That seller was selling on
Okay.
Instagram. They came to us. That lady has she was selling from Unnao.
Hmm.
That lady was selling from Instagram page. She just started with us from 7 days. Now she has like 300 orders a day.
Okay. All right.
She
Ritiman
created a
also.
shop on Shopify. Yeah.
Yes, yes. The app also is available in over 10 languages, Ritiman. How has that multilingual approach helped the business? And also, where do the majority of your clients come from?
See, majority of the orders, I'll come to the next question after that. Majority of the orders, I'll still not lie, it comes from the top 10 countries, right? The tier one, tier two countries, right?
Hmm.
Coming to the question of the multilingual approach, uh, India is not an India or Hindi or English language specific country, right? Because if you go to the South region or if you go to Marathi region, if you go to the Bengal region, right? A lot of people, right, who puts in the orders, right? The warehouse people, right? They don't understand what is inputted in
Sure.
the dashboard.
Yeah.
So that's why we have included this feature, because they will not understand the
Okay.
analytics, what we have shown to them. So that was our main idea of showing it to them.
All right.
Right.
All right,
So
Ridhiman, we've completely run out of time. Many thanks for joining us on Startup Street today and wish you the very best for all your expansion plans.
Thank you. Thank you.
On that note, it's time for us to take a short break. Up next, early stage venture capital firm Stellaris Venture Partners has announced closing of its second fund at $225 million. We speak to the management on the future roadmap and more. Stay tuned.